Okay, let's jump right into this. Look, if you're watching this right now, chances are you already know the exact feeling I'm talking about. Every single month, you get your paycheck, and every month, long before the next one even shows up, that money is just gone. Poof. And I want to say something absolutely crucial right out of the gate here. You are not broke because you're lazy. You're not living paycheck to paycheck because you don't work hard enough. Actually, you're likely broke because of repeated decisions you're making, because you are caught in 5 completely invisible money traps that honestly nobody ever warned us about. So in today's explainer, we're going to drag every single one of these traps out into the light. We're going to look at the math, understand the psychology behind them, and most importantly, I am going to show you exactly how to break free. Here is the roadmap for this explainer. We're covering 1. The EMI trap, 2. Lifestyle inflation, 3. The get-rich-quick trap, 4. The debt recovery cycle, and 5. The income gap. Let's get right to it. All right, trap number 1, the EMI trap. The subtitle here is Death by 1,000 Cuts, and you'll see why in just a second. Let's look at a real-world example of what equated monthly installments, or EMIs, can actually do to your finances. Meet Ryan. So, Ryan is 28, and he's bringing home $4,200 a month. Now, on paper, that sounds like a totally decent, workable income, right? But Ryan feels completely broke before the month even starts. Why? Well, over the last couple of years, Ryan took on several loans. And the crazy thing is, none of them felt massive at the time. Actually, scratch that. They felt totally manageable. But let's look at the harsh reality of what happens when these tiny decisions stack up. Here is the painful math behind Ryan's monthly obligations. He's paying $380 for his car loan, he's got a personal loan eating up $290, a buy now, pay later laptop that's costing him $120 a month, and a $95 minimum payment on a store credit card. When you tally all that up, it is a massive $885 drain. He didn't even realize it when he was signing the paperwork for each individual item, but together, they're literally suffocating his cash flow. Because of those tiny little chunks, a staggering 21% of Ryan's entire monthly salary is completely gone before he can even buy a single bag of groceries, pay his rent, or put gas in his car. To put that into perspective, 1/5 of his labor is already spoken for before his alarm clock even rings on the first of the month. So, how do we fix this? First things first, before you ever take on another loan or monthly payment, I need you to ask yourself one brutally honest question. Is this for a want or a need? Look, a loan for a critical medical emergency, that's a need. Financing a brand new phone or a weekend vacation, that's a want, and you should never borrow for it. So right now, I want you to tally up all your current EMIs. Just write them all down. If your total debt payments are creeping over 20% of your monthly income, you're already caught in this trap, and you've got to freeze all new borrowing immediately. Moving on to trap number 2, lifestyle inflation, or as I call it, the silent spending drain. Now, this trap is incredibly sneaky, mainly because it happens when things are actually going right in your career. Let me introduce you to Sarah. Sarah had a phenomenal year. She worked hard, she grounded it out, and she got a promotion that gave her a $600 a month raise. She was absolutely thrilled. But fast forward 12 months, and she's incredibly frustrated to find out she has absolutely zero extra savings today. Like, where on earth did that $600 go? Well, her income went up, sure, but her spending automatically rose to match it without a single conscious decision on her part. Let's break down exactly where that extra money disappeared to. Because she was earning a bit more, she felt she deserved a slightly bigger apartment. Boom, that's an extra $200 a month. She added a few more streaming subscriptions. There goes $65. Because she was working harder, she started ordering food delivery a lot more often instead of cooking. That's an extra $180. Oh, and she signed up for a nice new gym membership she barely even uses, another $50. Without even trying, Sarah added $495 in brand new silent expenses. This is lifestyle inflation, guys. It will eat your raises alive. Okay, so here's your empowering fix for trap 2. First, do a subscription audit right now. Just pull up your bank statement, highlight every single recurring charge, and cancel whatever you haven't used in the last 30 days. Be ruthless. Next, you got to implement the 50-30-20 rule. Allocate 50% of your income to your absolute needs, 30% to your wants, and a strict non-negotiable 20% to your savings and debt payoff. You have to make saving a deliberate system, not just a feeling or some afterthought at the end of the month. All right. Trap number 3, the get-rich-quick trap. False hope costs money.
This is perhaps the most painful trap of all, purely because it preys on people who are genuinely just trying to get ahead. Take Marcus. Marcus was completely exhausted from being broke all the time. He saw some videos online of guys bragging about making $10,000 in a week trading options. So he took $2,000 from his hard-earned savings just to try it out. Well, he lost $1,400 in 2 weeks. Desperate to win it back, he put in another $1,500. He lost that too. Now he's $2,900 in the hole, and tragically, he actually had to take out a personal loan just to cover his rent that month. Listen to me. Options trading, crypto pump and dumps, MLM schemes, these are not side hustles. They are highly engineered traps designed specifically to take money from beginners and hand it over to experts.
Here is the terrifying reality. 90%. That is the number of retail options traders who lose money. 90%. That's not just a casual warning, that is a statistical fact. You literally cannot gamble your way out of being broke. So how do we actually build wealth? The fix is upbeat but simple. Invest slow, and honestly, invest boring. Take your money and put it into broad index funds, like the S&P 500 or total market funds. Historically, these target a 7 to 10% average annual growth. I know, it doesn't sound exciting. It is absolutely not going to buy you a Lamborghini by next Tuesday. But consistently investing in these over a decade, that is what will reliably and permanently change your life. Which brings us to trap number 4, the debt recovery cycle, the downward spiral. This happens when the traps we literally just talked about start compounding on each other. It's this dangerous climax where trap 1, the EMI trap, and trap 3, the get-rich-quick trap, violently collide. Think about Marcus. You lose money on a bad investment, or maybe a sudden emergency expense. To recover, you're forced to take out a loan. Now you have a brand new monthly payment, a new EMI. Because of that, your next month's budget is even tighter. When you inevitably run short, you start using your credit card for daily expenses. Your minimum payments go up again. By month 3, you require yet another loan just to survive the payments from the first one. Once you're inside this cycle, every single month just pulls you deeper into the quicksand. So let's stop the spiral right now. To fix this, you need the debt snowball method. Step 1. List all of your debts, completely ignoring the interest rates from the smallest balance to the largest balance. Step 2. Pay only the absolute minimum on everything except that smallest debt. Step 3. Attack that smallest debt with every extra dollar of cash you can scrape together until it is totally gone. Step 4. Once it's paid off, take the money you were throwing at it and roll it directly into the next smallest debt. This method works incredibly well because clearing those small debts gives you quick psychological wins. It builds immense momentum and steadily frees up your monthly cash flow. And finally, trap number 5, the income gap, falling behind while standing still. Look, we have to face the harsh macroeconomic reality of the world we're living in right now. Everything costs more today. Groceries, rent, gas, insurance, you name it. But consider this comparison. Most Americans are getting an average annual raise of around 2 to 3%. However, annual inflation is currently running at 3 to 4%. Do you see the math there? It means you are actually earning less every single year in real purchasing power. If you don't take action, you are falling behind by literally just standing still, and that gap is only getting wider over time. But the fix here is highly actionable. You cannot rely solely on your employer's annual raise anymore. Pick one new skill this year. It could be coding, video editing, digital marketing, copywriting, whatever interests you. Spend just 30 minutes a day learning it on free or cheap platforms. Then use that skill to build a small side income stream. Bringing in even an extra $300 a month independently completely bridges that inflation gap and protects your household. So there you have it, the 5 traps. The EMI trap, lifestyle inflation, the get-rich-quick schemes, the debt cycle, and the income gap. Now here is my loving challenge to you. Which one trap will you fix today? Please do not try to fix all 5 at once. You're just going to get completely overwhelmed. Real financial change happens one focused decision at a time. Pick the one trap that hit closest to home for you today and conquer it this week. You've got this. If this explainer opened your eyes and helped you see your finances a little differently, make sure you join us again, because next week, we're going to dive into exactly how much money you actually need to retire comfortably in 2026.